What's going on, everyone? This is 007JK and we are back with another video. And it's New Year's. Happy New Year's, everyone. Hope you all have a fantastic Christmas and hope you all have a fantastic brand new year. I am here to give you guys what you want. What you guys have spent your stream points on is to view my entire Pokemon card collection. It's going to be separated into 3 separate parts. One, I'm going to show you guys basically my main collection, the things that I'm working towards collecting. Second is just the rest of my Pokemon cards. And the third is some off-brand cards that I think you guys will find pretty ridiculous, but they look really, really cool. Now, keep in mind, I have a lot of cards. So at any point in this video, if you want to see them more clearly, pause the video. Like, seriously, I have so many Pokemon cards. 14 binders to be precise. So let's start off this video with my main collection. My collections binder. Now I have a image for each binder that I will be showing you guys, and I really like the images. Like when I got towards the end of it, they kind of came out a little bit fuzzy. But I really like the images on this. This one's of Darkrai. And yeah, so to start off, first off, I have my big cards of Snorlax EX and Sandslash EX. Then next, over here, I have my Eevee collection. These are all my Eevees, which continue over here, including an Eevee EX. Then I have all of my Eeveelutions, including Glaceon, Flareon, Espeon, and a bunch of Umbreon. And then, of course, continue over here. I got a couple more Umbreon. Then right here are all of my EXs. Lucario, Greedent, Aerodactyl, Greninja, Cinderace. I have a lot of EXs, and I mean a ton. Keep in mind, you can pause the video at any time to get a better look at these cards. In fact, I'll try and zoom in on each of these cards so you guys can see them a little bit better. No guarantee that I'll be able to get the best image on these guys, but yeah. I have a lot of EXs. That's just a few of them. I also have all of these EXs right here, including Garchomp EX, Terastallized, Toxtricity Terastallized, Terapagos. You guys have seen a lot of these Terastallized cards in my Discord as I've pulled them. So that's what cool. These next ones are my absolute favorite. These are my full art ones. We got Caretaker, Heron, along with Hisuian Growlithe. I got Dipplin over here, a couple of Terastallization Laprases, Applin, Lily, a couple of Lily. I got a couple of Doxbun, a Roaring Moon. I got Celestelia, Stakataka, Iron Crown, and then of course I've got, oops, I gotta move this a bit, my Ogerpon EX, the Cornerstone Mask. I got Darkrai V. That's actually the picture that I used for the front of the binder. I got my Charizard EX. I got Salazzle, Gumshoes, my Terastallization Garvantula, a couple of them, and an alternate art of Garvantula. My little Joltix, then alternate art for Joltix, which is super, super cool. A couple of Crispin, a Zeraora, which is very, very cool. One of my most expensive cards here, Carmen. Full Art Carmen, that's one of my most expensive cards. And then of course I got Orthworm here, Slitherwing, I got Tapu Koko, and then I got, what is it, Chantal, I think is her name? I got Aegislash, that one I love the picture on, that one's so cool. I also got my Hydrapple EXs, Archelodon EXs, or not Archelodon EX, it's just Full Art Archelodon. Mega Altaria EX, a different language. I got Sunflora, my Bulbasaur, one of my other most expensive cards. Crabominable, I got a couple of those. I got Kofu, Ladian, I got Arbok. That one is not, the picture is not upside down. Just Arbok there is upside down. And I got Lacey, I got Incineroar, Bellavolt, I got Cleffa, that's a beautiful one. I got Artisan, I love the gold border on that one. Reverum, and then I got Ruffian, Kilowattrel, I got Enz, Zoroark, I got Articuno. That one's one of my most beautiful ones. This one is my favorite card right here. is the full art Furret. Those two are my favorite. The Articuno and the Furret is my absolute favorite. Then I got Reshiram, Ens Reshiram, Mamoswine, Cinderace, Terrestrialize, and that is all my full arts. Then after that, I have my starters page where I have the Kanto starters, then I have the Johto starters. I don't have all of them, obviously, but I'm still collecting them. I got Trico, Torchic, I got the Sinnoh starters, I got, I think, Black and White, X and Y starters, I got the Alolan starters. This is the only one I have the full page of, is the Alola. And then I have Galar, and then I have Gen 9 with Paldea, right there. And then, of course, I have my large Lucario V card. That is my entire collections binder. Alright, now that you guys have seen my collections binder, I'll show you guys the rest of my Pokemon cards. Now, these next clips will be vertical, because I'll take it on my phone, because there's just too many to do with my camera. That last bit was a little bit hard to do with my camera, so I'm going to be doing that with my phone, and I'm just going to kind of really quickly go through all 13 of my other binders so you guys can see my entire card collection. There's a lot of cards in there. So, this is the bulk of my Pokemon card collection. This is where all of my other cards, there's a lot of them, so we're going to try and go through them a little bit quickly, and I'll be here to kind of narrate them and whatnot. We're going to start off with Dragon types. Now, I have printed, like I said earlier, I've printed a cover for every single one that I want to show off to you guys. This one is the Dragon type cover. So it starts off with kind of reverse holographic versions of Dragon cards. As you can see, I'm just kind of flipping through the pages. Pause the video at any time you want to see them. This also contains my Fairy type Pokemon as well. They don't make them anymore, so I just lumped them together with my Dragon type because I don't have a lot of Dragon types. So I guess I should have said Dragon and Fairy type. Then there's the Fairy type energies. And yeah, they don't make those anymore. The Dragon type or Fairy type Pokemon anymore. Next, we have up our Water type, and that image looks so cool. Of course, we got our reverse hollows right here in the front of the binder as we're flipping through it. Again, pause the video at any time if you want to get a better look at these cards, or more specifics of these cards. Then after the reverse holographics, we have all of our energy cards. I'm not showing both sides of these because they're all just water energy cards. Then after that is the main bulk of the water types. I have Crabominable there, I have Tortuga, looks like I got Azumarill there, I got Marill, I got Kingler, I got Lotad I saw in there, Wingull. I got a bunch of Pokemon, including starter there. I got Frogadier and a bunch of Faroki. I got some artillery there. I got a Snom there with a Frostmoth. And then as soon as I get out of the evolutionary branches of stuff that I have, I go into the single evolution stuff. We're still in the evolutionary stuff right here. So there's Wugtrio, Wiglet, there's Melodic down there, there's Clauncher. And then it looks like we're still in there. And then it looks like we finally got to the single evolutions here. Like Cryogonal, we got Lowland Vulpix, we got Wailmer. Now I don't have a Wailord to put in here, so that's why the Wailmer is here. I got Veluza in there, I got Seal, I got Iron Bundle right there, some of the Paradox Pokemon. And that's it for the water types. Next up we have our fire types, and look at that image. That image just looks so cool. Once again, we got our reverse hollows up at the front. I got Larvesta, I got a Volcarona, I also had an Ironmoth in there. Now we got our normal ones here. After the normal ones, that's when we're going to do the fire energies. Some of these, I put the energies between the reverse hollows and the actual cards. Some of them, I just put the energies at the end of them. I didn't really have much of a system for where to put the energies. I just kind of put them wherever I felt like it at the time, or wherever I kind of had room for it. There's a Charmander in there, I saw that. Oh, there's a Combuskin and a Torchic right there. I did see a Volcarona in there. We got our Magmars right there. Now we're into the single Pokemon that either don't have an evolution for, or they don't have an evolution period, like Turtonator. And then there is all of our fire type energies right along there. Next up we have Dark type. Now you see that streak right there? That's kind of where the printer kind of ran out of ink a little bit, but it still actually fits the aesthetic. It actually still looks really, really good. You got my reverse hollows. Now for the Dark types specifically, reverse hollows are
actually pretty difficult to determine between regular and reverse hollows. So you might actually see some reverse hollows in my regular ones. It's just ones that I didn't catch at the time. Also, if you notice, some of these have a little Pikachu, like a pumpkin Pikachu in the corner of them, like those Zubats there. That is from a special Halloween pack of Pokemon, like those Murkrow right there. It's from a special Halloween booster pack. So you get like 3 or 4 cards, maybe I think it was 5 cards in each booster pack, and you just and they just had a bunch of them for like Halloween. They had a bunch of dark type, ghost type, psychic type, stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun to open those. I got like a giant box, like 50 of them at one point. And that's the end of the dark type one. Let's move on. Now this one is the grass type binder. This one is the biggest binder I have because I love grass types. I collect grass types a lot. Like grass and bug types are my favorite type. So I just have a crap ton of grass and bug types for this. Which in Pokemon cards there's no distinction between grass and bug, so it's just the grass typing. I also have some poison types in there, like Weezing that you saw. You got Relor there as a bug type. We got Bonsui. We got Garuki. We got our Caterpie. And yeah. I love grass types. A lot of these grass types are some of my favorite Pokemon. Like Turtwig is one of my favorite starters. Tangela, I liked him a lot in Gen 1. Tangrowth is also pretty good. Breloom is a really, really good one as well. Delmise is an interesting one. I don't really like him too awful much, but he's interesting, you know? It's kind of cool. You got Rotom in there as well. We got ourselves some Ladybah. We got ourselves some Pet Little. A Durant as well. And that's it for them. For the grass Pokemon, then we just got the grass energies at the end of the binder there. And there we go. Next up, we have our steel types, and that image did look pretty cool. We got a reverse hollow steel types. We got Archelodon, we got Mawile in there, we got Orthworm, and then we got our steel type energies right here. A couple of them are kind of old schoolerish, and they look kind of cool. And then we got the bulk of our steel type Pokemon. I got a bunch of Corviknight in there. I don't have Rookidee or Corvisquire in with the steel types because they're not steel types. In traditional Pokemon, they're just flying types. So all my Rookidee and all my Corvisquire are actually in with a different binder, all my normal types, which we'll get to later on. But yeah, those are all of my steel types. Not a lot, but they're still good, All right, next up we have our fighting types. Now in Pokemon cards with fighting type, with this type of card, it covers fighting, ground, rock types. So it's kind of what you want. Like Larvitar there is a rock type. Diglett there's a ground type. We got a bunch of energies there. I keep slipping, as you guys can see, picking them up. We got Donphan as a ground type there. We got Colossal as a rock type. Gabite is a ground type. We got Machoke there as a fighting type. So they're all just kind of rolled into one typing. Like fighting, ground, and rock type are all kind of lumped into one typing in Pokemon cards. There's not 17 types of Pokemon cards. There's only like 12 to 13 different types of Pokemon cards. But yeah, I mean, they do have Fairy type as well, but Fairy type was discontinued. So it's no longer an official type. So yeah, it's kind of out there. We're into the single types now. Where we got Pancham. I just don't have a Pangoro. That's a fighting type in here, so I didn't put it in here. We got Stuffle. I rearranged a little card there. We got Great Tusk there. We got Cloth. We got the Minior there. Hisuian not Hisuian Graveler. Hisuian Growlithe there. Let's move on. And next up we have electric types. I love the kind of metallic picture behind the electric types. It's really, really cool. Oh, the feel of it. These are all of our reverse hollow ones. Like I got a Waddle there. I got a Vikavolt. I got a little Tynamo there. Pretty cool Electro too. And then this is the other electric types. If you guys did see, I had a Pidgeotto in there, or a Pidgeot. That is a Delta species. So it was an electric type Pidgeotto or Pidgeot. That was before terrestrialization was a thing. That was in Pokemon cards first. And then they added that to the Scarlet and Violet games later on when Scarlet and Violet came out. So we got our Electivire there, Electabuzz, we got our Elekid, and now we're on to the single evolutions like Togedemaru there, we got Iron Hands, we got Palmy there. I just don't have any of the evolutionary line for that. That's why it's in here once again. We got Molga, and then we got all of our electric type energies. Once again, pause the video at any time if you guys want to see any cards specifically, like any specific cards. Alright, and now we're on to the normal type. Now, this one actually wasn't a printing error. That splash there is actually part of the design, and I think it's really cool. Well, I think it looks really cool. Normal type are my second favorite type in Pokemon cards specifically. In regular Pokemon, normal types kind of meh, but in like Pokemon cards, I really like the normal types because they look really, really cool. We got Swanna there, we got Loudred, Exploud, we got Persian. Fun fact, Persian was one of my very first Pokemon cards I ever had. I got a deck of Pokemon cards from my brother, and one of the strongest cards in there at the time was a Persian. And I thought that was really cool. I always loved to play, after I got that, I always loved to play Persian in Pokemon Stadium. And he actually had a really, like a pretty good coverage of moves and default moves in Pokemon Stadium, which was kind of fun. There's Tauros. I love Tauros. I actually used the Paldean version of Tauros in my playthrough of Scarlet and Violet. That was a lot of fun to do. We got Spinda there. We got Kangaskhan. That Bunnelby there wasn't quite a full art, so it's not in my full arts. We got Rotom Fan there. This also consists of normal types and flying types. So that's why the Rookidee and Corvisquire were in that one. Alright, this one is my Psychic type binder with all my Psychic type Pokemon, Ghost type Pokemon, Poison type Pokemon. They're all kind of lumped together into the Psychic typing here. These are all my reverse holos of it, and these are all my regular ones. I got Starmie there. I didn't have a Staryu that's a Psychic type in there because it's not Psychic type, it's Water type, so it's in my Water type binder. I got Ghastly and Haunter in there. I got Nidorans. I got Drifblim for the Ghost typing. Once again, you'll see some of these Halloween event cards with the ones with the little Pikachus, like on the Houndstone right there, like on the graveyards. All the Gore guys and the Pumpkaboos, all those have the little pumpkin Pikachu in the corner. Those, once again, are the Halloween special cards that I got like a giant box of from one of my friends a while ago, and it was a lot of fun to open them all up, to organize them all, put them all in there. Organizing Pokemon cards is a lot of fun. It's just very tedious because I have a specific order that I'd like to put Pokemon in. If you notice, all the same Pokemon are all lumped together. Like all the Drowsy are put together, all the Grimer are put together, all the Fido you can see are all put together, and that's throughout all my binders. All the energies put together, so I gotta move cards around to be able to fit them in so that they all the same Pokemon are all lumped together. So organizing them takes a while, but it's a lot of fun. Alright, we're out of the types of the binders that I have, out of the Pokemon types in the binders that I have, but we're on to some other specific collections that I have, such as holographic cards. Now, these ones are not the reverse holos that you've seen in previous ones. These ones, the actual picture themselves is holographic or shiny. As you guys can see, amongst there, you got all my grass types there, you got all my fire types right there, and all my rock types. I don't have nearly as many types for the full holographics, so I just put all of my full holographics together. There's my water type, there's my Psychic type, there's my Alcremie. Love my Alcremie, they're so cute. It's my Fluttermane right there, another Delmise for the Ghost type, a Metagross. Here's my black type, not my black type, my dark type, sorry, dark type. These are my normal type ones. The dark type ones are for the full holographic, or just a picture holographic. It's a much easier to tell than the reverse holo of the dark types as well. Those are my steel types, right there, my Caesar. All my Pikachus, all my electric types. These ones are my trainers right here. As you guys can see, it's got those are my A-Spec cards as well. Those ones are really, really cool. And these are my full art energies, as well, my holographic energies as well. Those ones I love so much. Those ones are so cool. Now that one was my holographics. These ones are my trainer cards. These are all the spare trainer cards that I have that are reverse holo, like right here. All my holographic ones again are in my holographic binders, but these are my reverse holo trainer cards. A lot of these are like I have full-on decks made that I do play with. These are just the trainer cards that I haven't put into my decks yet, or that I can't really put my decks in, like Mega Houndoom or the Zygarde cell. I can't really use those because I don't have a Mega Houndoom or a Zygarde. But if you notice, this binder is very, very short because you don't typically get a lot of trainer cards when you pull booster packs. You typically get a lot of Pokemon and like one energy card. I've went out of my way to purchase energy cards. That's why I have a lot of energy cards in a lot of the types binders that I have. But trainer cards, I haven't gone out of my way to buy because I don't buy specific cards. I just like to get the booster packs, open them up, and just see what I get, you know? It's just a lot of fun that way. Kind of this is a surprise of it. I know it's not really financially smart to buy booster packs, just it's more financially smart to buy the cards you want to build a specific deck. But I like collecting kind of any cards that I can get my hands on. So those are all my berries right there, my TMs, my other training cards, and those are my energies as well right there at the end. All right, we got one more to go through. All right, this is the last binder I have, but it's certainly not the least. This is my legendaries binder with all my legendary and mythical Pokemon. If I had any Ultra Beasts, the Ultra Beasts would go here, but I don't have any Ultra Beasts. I kind of view them as legendaries pretty much. The Paradox Pokemon aren't really legendaries in my book, but you guys will see. You guys will see the different legendaries I have. I got Shiny Mewtwo on the cover. I don't have a Shiny Mewtwo, but I thought it'd be fun. Just put that on there as like a legendary thing. There's my Ogerpon. I got a lot of Celebi. Again, those ones are mythical. I got Keldeo, which is mythical as well. But mythicals to me are also legendaries. I got Palkia there. Latios and Latias. Those ones are twins, so I put those ones next to each other. Of course, I got my Mewtwo's. The Mewtwo's right there. I got Iron Boulder. Although I do have Paradox Pokemon in there. My bad. Paradox Pokemon are legendary, so I put those in with the legendaries. They're kind of not the same tier or level as them, but I view Paradox Pokemon kind of as legendary Pokemon a little bit. I got I got a Zygarde right there, but I don't have a Mega Zygarde, so I can't use the Zygarde cell. I got Melmetal and Meltan right in there. Those ones are mythicals. I got Heatran in there. I got Magearna. I got Koraidon, Raging Bolt in there. Reshiram, Miraidon. I got Reshiram right there as well. Two different types of Reshiram, a Dragon type and a Fire type. I got the only normal type legendaries I have is Thundurus. It's just kind of funny. I got Zeraora right there. I got Zekrom, Zapdos. I got Yveltal and Darkrai. I got a bunch of those Darkrai. And that is it for the bulk of my collection. Alright, so that is my entire legitimate Pokemon card collection. I've turned off my light for this next section so the glare doesn't reflect off it too much. But this right here is a box of Pokemon cards that I have received, Pokemon with Ash and Pikachu on it. And these are Pokemon card knockoffs. They are not legitimate cards, and you can tell just by looking at them, they are not legitimate in the slightest. They weren't even trying to be legit. But they were trying to have fun, and that is very, very evident. So here we go. Let's take out this whole box. And first off, I want to show you guys the back of this. These are all very shiny, reflective. That's why I turned off the backlight. Got Pokemon with the Pokeball in there. You guys can kind of see that. And let's go through these cards. Now, keep in mind, at any point in time, you can pause the video and get a closer look at these Pokemon cards. I would suggest it just to read some of the silly abilities and moves and names of these things, and even the HP. The HPs are sometimes in the millions. I'm not even kidding. So first off here, we got the Evolutions here. Let me reach over. We got another Evolutions one. We got ourselves... I gotta kind of move things around. We got like a Groudon EX. We got a Kingdra with wings. Obviously, not a legitimate one. Some of these... most of these seem like they're AI generated. Some of these aren't even Pokemon. Like that one right there looks like straight up a Digimon. We got the Urshifus right there. We got Blastoise and Charizard. We got Xerneas and Yveltal. We got Pikachu right there. We got a shiny Mew. We got the 3 Kanto starters. I can't even tell what that one is. What is that one? Oh, that one's Darkrai and a top hat, it looks like. We got Ash Greninja, Galarian Moltres. Some of these are AI generated. Some of these, I think, are they just took the pictures from them. We got Zygarde in its 100% form. Absolutely none of these are legitimate cards. But they're all super fun to have. We got Shiny Charizard. We got a freaking Digimon version of Charizard. We got Machamp. We got Mecha Mewtwo. We got Kyurem fused with the other two. We got Blacephalon right there. Or Blacephalon. We got a Digimon version of Beedrill right there. That one's interesting. A Digimon version of Mew. We got Jolteon right there. We got a white Mega Rayquaza. Yeah, like I said, these cards are just for fun. Absolutely none of them are legitimate. But, that's like a Mecha Typhlosion. I can't even tell what's happening in that picture. There's my boy Regigigas. But it's just it's just fun, basically. None of these are legitimate. You can't use any of these in any kind of play. But they're super fun. And it's if you... that's straight up a Digimon, I'm pretty sure. No, I think that's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Picture right there. But yeah, these are just super fun. Like 4 Pikachu right there. None of these are legit. We got a card that's upside down. We got like a more cartoonish version of Charizard. I can't tell what's happening in that picture. Maybe you guys can. Yeah, just a lot of fun. And there's just interesting artwork. And I do absolutely love... Oh, geez, that smile on that Venusaur creeps me out. But I do absolutely love the gold borders around it. Like, these are super valuable cards. And then they're not legit at all, but they're just really fun. We got Cinderace in his Gigantamax form. We got another Galarian Moltres. We got... What one is that one? Oh, that one's a Raikou with like a weird helmet. That picture of Charizard I think is legitimate. I think it was just cropped to put in there. Stained glass window version of the 3 legendary birds. We got ourselves an Umbreon, a half Ditto, half Pikachu. Gigantamax Pikachu without the tail. That was just completely cut off. It was very obvious that was cut off. A Detective Pikachu. Mimikyu that's had its head bashed in, it looks like. Oh my gosh. And then there's a Gigantamax Pikachu, the Gigantamax Charizard. I think that's the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. So yeah, absolutely not legit at all, but really fun to look at. And if you guys pause the video at any time, you guys can read some of the funny text on there as well. Hopefully you guys will be able to. But that is it. That is every single Pokemon card, legit and not, that I own. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully we can make it to the next stream point goal. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, fantastic holiday season, and I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year. We're going to be back with some more challenge videos, and we're going to be back with just some more fun. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye-bye, guys. I love y'all. Y'all are absolutely amazing.